Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Pope Center on the campus of Piedmont International University to another broadcast of the Bruins Sports Network. I'm Cam Kilby alongside of Ethan Meadows, and we are bringing you tonight's game between Boyce College and Piedmont International University. We're getting ready for the starting lineups after we have our prayer from, it looks like maybe Paul Smeltzer.
And the singing of our national anthem.
So let's pause 60 seconds for our national anthem.
Father, we want to thank you for this wonderful evening tonight, this exciting night where we are able to present these rings to these students tonight. Lord, what an accomplishment it was for them last year. The Lord, life goes on. It's a new season. And tonight, at this game, we just pray that you would be honored here. Lord, we ask that you would protect these men as they play tonight. Lord, just protect them from injury. Lord, may they exhibit your love tonight and your sportsmanship. And we just pray these things in Christ's name. Amen. Please remain standing as the national anthem is sung by Kathleen O'Happy.
Once again, thank you for joining us here at the Pope Activity Center between tonight's matchup between Boyce and Piedmont. Boyce from Louisville, Kentucky. This is a Mid-East region conference game. Starting lineups for Boyce, number 20, Ben Akers, a guard forward from Danville, Kentucky. Number 21, Trey Stewart, a 6'7" guard from Knoxville, Tennessee. Number 23, Matt Katzbach, a guard from Marinette, Wisconsin, a transfer from Northland International. Also, number 24, Mike Jones, a senior guard from Lexington, Kentucky. And number 32, Bryce Wells, the big man in the middle, standing 6'5", also from Louisville, Kentucky. And now the starting lineups for your PIU Bruins. Number 3, Garion Blunt, a junior from Greenville, North Carolina. Next we have Malik Milton, a 6'2" sophomore from Fairmont, North Carolina. Malik's an exciting player, brings a lot of energy to the floor. Also starting for Piedmont, number 10, Justin Valentine. Played locally here at Winston-Salem Prep. Antoine Robinson also in the starting lineup. Antoine made a lot of good plays last week, or 2 weeks ago when Piedmont played. He's a good player. He's from Jacksonville, North Carolina. And a senior, number 12, Tim Worrells from Radford, Virginia. An amazing leader, and he looks to lead these guys into battle tonight against these Boyce Bulldogs. who toppled Piedmont last time he played by 29 points. And I know that Coach Walker, talking to him in the pregame, that he has these guys ready to go.
Yeah, we did talk to Coach Walker, and he brought it to our attention that the team just wasn't in good enough shape, and so he's put them through some rigorous workouts. And over the past week, he said that one practice they ran 37 suicides. And so Coach Walker is really trying to get them in shape, and the players responded very well with it by having 6 straight good days of practice, and so they're ready to play tonight, and we're ready for a good game. The tip is about to go on, and Boyce wins the tip.
Yeah, number 21, Trey Stewart, wins the tip as Mike Jones brings up the right side of the floor. And Boyce setting up early.
Looks like the shot clock didn't start on time.
Yeah, and about 5 seconds off the shot clock there. So we're sitting at 25 seconds on the shot clock.
It should actually be at 24 because 6 seconds.
Well, they actually added another second, so.
Oh, there we go.
All right, Mike Jones looking to set up the offense here for the Bulldogs. Katzbeck's going to have it on the right side. Tim just plays such great defense. Easy pass inside, number 21, Trey Stewart. Piedmont's an area where we struggled is that post defense, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, Piedmont's coming out in a strong man defense. Boyce is actually in a 2-3, but on that last play, it looked like they set a screen across the lane, and it led to a wide open layup for Boyce.
Justin Valentine, a deep 3 there, no good, and Boyce has it. Ben Akers tried to set a screen there for Mike Jones. Well defended by Piedmont. Jones calling the play up top. Piedmont doing a pretty good job of defending that screen there. A pretty good bump. Stewart back to Jones. And again, an easy shot inside, and that's another basket for Trey Stewart. Piedmont really has to start closing down the middle of the lane.
Piedmont down the court with the ball. Again, Boyce is in a 2-3 zone. Looks like they're going to be very active. The way to beat a zone is to look for the gaps and to pass across the floor to get the defense to work, but another missed shot for Piedmont.
Yeah, and we really need to work on maybe moving that zone and overloading the zone there. Is Piedmont really going to be able to, are we going to be able to shoot these guys out of the zone? I mean, that's the thing. And, you know, a team like Syracuse forces you to shoot out of the zone. So, you know, we're looking for the same thing here from Boyce. Piedmont in that tough man-to-man. Tim Worrell's playing the help side. Jones almost lost the ball.
Good hustle for the ball there. And we got a jump ball.
A jump ball there, and it should be going to possession arrow, should be going to Piedmont. And it is.
With 17:56 left in the first half here, the score is 4-0, Boyce over your Piedmont Bruins.
Piedmont setting up the offense. Malik Milton passes over. Antoine Robinson pass out to Tim Worrells. Back over to Justin Valentine. Malik Milton's 3-point shot, no good off the front of the rim, and Mike Jones chases down the rebound. And looks like a travel there.
Yeah, we got a travel there. Good job by Piedmont there getting back on defense after the long rebound. Could have easily turned into some transition points for Boyce. Cam, what do we know about Boyce?
Boyce is from Louisville, Kentucky. A very good team, just had a very difficult schedule. Right now they're sitting at 6-17, but they're 2-3 in the conference. And you know, they have some bigs, and they like to obviously feed the ball down low. And last time we played Boyce, it was a 76-47 win for Boyce, who was playing at home. And I know that Coach Walker wasn't happy with the effort in the second half, but it was a close game up until the end of the second half where Boyce was able to pull away.
Good
nice
defense there by number 3, Garion Blunt.
Garion Blunt, really, like I said, a great play. Boyce looking for another basket inside.
A little issue there with the shot clock. It was reset when it shouldn't have been. There was not a change of possession, so they got it straight. Piedmont's really going to have to battle for these rebounds. They have a size disadvantage there in the post. Another jump ball there.
Great job by Tim Worrells. It was a great defensive play. Number 32, Bryce Wells pulled that ball down and was allowed Tim to get in there and tie it up. But a good job there by Tim. Level-headed play. Stopped an easy bucket there for Boyce. Well,
another block there by Garion Blunt.
Garion racking up those blocks. Worrells has it stripped. And it looks like it's going back over to Boyce. And now that he was overruled, so we're going back to Piedmont. So it'll be Piedmont ball, 16:29 on the clock, 4-0.
Piedmont's about to throw the ball in. Again, the score is 4-0. Piedmont's had some good looks at the basket. They just haven't connected on anything yet. Boyce looks like they've switched to a kind of a matchup zone here. They're going to try to trap.
They're trying to trap in the corners. Good observation, E. Valentine pass over to Malik Milton. Piedmont really being aggressive, trying to swing the ball around. Again, Piedmont still nothing there as Garion Blunt goes to the ground, and as Boyce is able to set up, and no good there on the attempt at an oop. And it looked like Trey was looking for a foul there, didn't get one on the other end. And not really sure what's going on here, a foul.
I don't know if it was a foul. It might have been a kickball, very ever so slightly kicked. Because that was going to be an easy layup for Malik Milton.
Tim the ball out front, passes over to Justin, and Tim looks to set up the offense. Kind of a snagged look right now for Piedmont. Justin Valentine knocks down a three-pointer, and you know that shooting is gonna have to come into handy here tonight. As the pass is tipped by Malik Milton, good play there to try to get the ball back. It'll go back to Boyce, but good effort by Malik.
Yeah, the way you beat a 2-3 zone is to have good outside shooting, because what the defense is trying to do is clog the paint and force you to shoot those outside shots. Now, if you're not a good shooting team, then that doesn't look very good for you. But if Piedmont can hit some outside shots, that may lead Boyce to make an adjustment, and hopefully then Piedmont would be able to again make another adjustment.
And maybe if Coach could get somebody running the baseline and have somebody up top and work that high-low, that's another way to beat the 2-3 zone. As number 21, Trey Stewart, who has all 7 of Boyce's points right now, and he's really having a good night so far, as he's 3 for 4 from the field with 7 points to his credit.
Yeah, he got 2 layups at first and then showed the range with an outside shot.
Mike Jones pulls up from 3, no good, off the bottom of the backboard. Justin Valentine thought about it, kicks it back out. Robinson's three-pointer, no good. And again, another rebound by Trey Stewart. He's having himself a nice game here in the early few minutes of this ball game.
Now, back to what I said before about beating the 2-3 with outside shooting. That doesn't mean you have to settle for outside shooting the entire time. And I know Piedmont doesn't have, there's a turnover by Boyce. I know Piedmont doesn't have a big inside presence, but they can't settle for threes the entire game. They're going to have to attack the rim. Coach Walker calls the timeout, looks like he's trying to get his guys together, get them settled down. It's an awesome environment here tonight with the ring ceremony and everything, and so they played a few minutes, but it's time they get their heads on straight and play a good game of basketball. Yeah,
and you know, when you have a game like this and emotion and intensity runs high, I mean, sometimes it can be hard to focus and get your head on right. And I mean, you know that Coach is in there talking right now and trying to get these guys back down to earth. He and Coach May have talked some strategy, you know, probably setting something up to attack this 2-3 zone so we can get some more offensive efficiency. Because right now, I mean, it's there. The three-pointers are certainly there. You know, and then Justin hit one a second ago. And certainly we have players that can hit that shot. But like you said, we don't have to force the action there.
With 14 minutes and 20 seconds left here in the first half, Piedmont is down 7-3. Boyce is a very good team, and they're out of Kentucky. Malik Milton with a shot.
Very nice pull-up jump shot from Malik Milton. And Piedmont, who forced a lot of turnovers against Appalachian last game, looking to force a couple more here against Boyce. Another inside shot there by Boyce, and that's 3 field goals from inside the paint area. And so it's obvious that early Boyce is trying to get the ball inside, and Coach Rogers from Boyce is really telling his players that they need to pass inside. They obviously have a size advantage as Tim shoots a 3-pointer, no good off the right side.
Again, another outside shot for Piedmont. They hustle back on defense to hopefully slow down this Boyce attack. Inside catch there, turns around and up and in with the bucket.
And it's just it's a size disadvantage, and Piedmont's got to get those guys out of there. You got to bump those guys before they're able to get that position. And if those guys are catching that in there, you're getting them that close to the basket. I mean, they're going to convert on a lot of those. Malik Milton, strong take to the basket almost at M1, but no good off the left side. Malik Milton go to the line for 2. But like you were saying, that 2-3 zone, we got to attack that just like that. Malik Milton was able to split that zone and get in there.
Yeah, what you want to do is attack the gaps, force the defense to react, and then that could set up an open shot outside. If the inside defender comes towards you, if you have somebody playing the baseline, you would be able to dip it to them for hopefully a layup or maybe even a dunk. Malik Milton up and good with the first free throw. How many points is Malik averaging this year, Cam?
Malik right now is averaging 19 points a game, and that's an amazing statistic. And he's shooting right now currently 75% from the free throw line, and I can't tell you how valuable it is to have somebody, especially a driving guard like Malik, to be able to finish in those free throw situations, because he's going to go to the line quite a bit. And again, Boyce is 5 for 7 right now inside the painted area, and that's got to change, because I mean those baskets are coming way too easy.
Yeah, Piedmont's trying to speed up the game a little bit with a press. Good take to the basket by Gary and Blunt. As you can see, they're trying to press and speed up the game, but if you can break the press, you should have a wide open layup. Good defense there by Malik. Outside shot and good.
And that shot is up and good by number 20, Ben Akers, and Boyce is just shooting really well right now. And I got to tell you, and nothing on Boyce, but I just don't know if they can keep this up the whole game. I mean, they're shooting 70% from the field, and they're getting what they want inside, but they're also 2 for 4 from outside. So,
yeah, if you get beat by good outside shooting or just good shooting in general, there's nothing really you can do about that. But what you want to do is you want to contest the shot without over pursuing to where they can drive around you for a basket. So if your hand's in the face and you're contesting the shot, then that's really all you can do. Some players are just good enough to hit a tough shot.
And another shot inside the paint. And I got to tell you, right now the MVP of this game is number 21, Trey Stewart.
Trey Stewart looks to be a very good player. He's got good size, seems to be very mobile and athletic, so that's another good attribute for him. Malik Milton for 3.
And a nice contest there by Stewart. Malik was just able to get that one up and in. And a nice shot there by Malik to pull this game back within 6 with 11 minutes and 15 seconds left here in the first half. And another thing is, interesting storyline is that we have 1 foul in 9 minutes of play. And as another 3-pointer goes down, the second in a row from Ben Akers.
Yeah, Piedmont tried to switch it up there, and they went to looked like a 1-2-2 zone where they tried to trap and get somebody in the corner. Tim Whirls dropped to the lane, misses the shot. Piedmont just trying to do something to gain an advantage on the defensive end, but didn't seem to work that time down the floor.
Boyce is really lighting it up right now from pretty much everywhere on the floor. Piedmont can get out there a little. We're closing out a little slow on the closeout there. I mean, these guys are getting some good looks and knocking it down. Don't fault them for that, but Piedmont has got to get out there on those guys, and it looks like we're playing a little lazy on the defensive end right now, and I know Coach Walker's not down with that.
No, I would imagine Coach Walker right now in this during this timeout in his huddle over there, he's trying to get his guys' attention, And right now, it's not so much a skill difference. It looks to just be a lack of heart, determination, hustle, something that honestly you can't teach a player. Players either have it or they don't. And if they're not going to hustle and work hard to get around screens, chase the shooters off the line, box out to get good rebounds, then Piedmont's going to have a long night. And again, Boyce is a very good team. They've played a tough schedule, so the record doesn't really show the kind of team that they actually do have. And they've come out determined and ready to win this game. And if Piedmont doesn't start making some adjustments and again, just playing with a little bit more attitude, a little bit more heart, then it's going to be a long night for Piedmont.
And what you said about Boyce, they play a lot of NAIA and NCAA Division III teams. And they actually had a couple of NCAA Division I games this year as Piedmont tries to go up and over the defense with an alley-oop that's broken up there by Boyce, number 32. Bryce Wilson, good defense there. And they look like a very fundamental team. And there's the old pick play. Coach Walker loves that play there, and it scores. It has a really high success rate. Katzbeck back to Jones, back to Wells. Three-pointer, no good.
There you go.
Good pass. And a good finish there. Piedmont back on the board as Reggie Scipio able to knock that down.
Yeah, Reggie Scipio off the bench. He's a very athletic player who plays with a lot of heart and energy, and a lot of people on campus like to call him Scipio, but he's a really interesting guy. I had a chance to talk to him before the game. And as you can see, he brings a lot of energy and hustle to the team. The crowd's getting into the game. And Boyce connects on another three.
Another three-point basket by Boyce, and that's Max Katzbeck, a transfer from a good program up in Michigan, Northland International. They have a good program every year, usually making the NCCAA tournament. As Malik misses one off the back iron, Mike Jones slows it down, and he's going to set it up with an 11-point lead with 9 minutes left in the half.
Good box out by Justin Valentine there. With a size disadvantage, Piedmont is going to have to box out in order to get rebounds.
And that's another thing. We cannot turn the ball over there as we did, right? I mean, that's a possession that's needed down 11. We needed to score here, and instead we turn it over, and it's back over to Boyce. And, I mean, Coach Walker hasn't sat down very long. He doesn't usually sit down at all, but he's certainly earning his paycheck tonight, trying to get these guys to shut this Bulldog team down that's shooting for an amazing clip there, but nice block by Malik.
Great defense there by Malik Milton. Again, with the size advantage that Boyce has, Piedmont has to box out. They have to get a body on another man, and just, it's about heart and determination. That's all it's about. Boxing out is about heart and determination. It has nothing to do with size. You can box anybody out no matter how big or small you are.
Terry with a nice play there. Stepped out of bounds, but a good hustle play, trying to save that basketball. Trey Stewart decides to pass that one up, and he has the ball back in his hands, and Mike Jones trying to take advantage of a size differential, and that basket's going to count as Jones is fouled. And not a lot you can do there. I mean, Jones is a pretty well-built guard, and he just took it right to the basket there and was able to get the and-one.
With just over 8 minutes to play, again, that's only the second foul call, I believe, in the game.
Second foul of the game, one on Piedmont, one on Boyce, as Mike Jones converts. Setting up the offense here. Malik Milton catches the pass in the corner, but he doubled. And so that's another turnover for Piedmont. Down 14. Trying to get something going on offense. Going to have to get stops on the defensive end, Ethan, if we're going to try to see this lead cut down before the half.
Yeah, Boyce has been shooting really well, and they're definitely a good fundamental team. They definitely know how to run their offense like that right there. Even though he missed the layup, that was a good play. Piedmont down the floor. They've got numbers.
Hit the backboard, so that's going to be a turnover. Another turnover for Piedmont as the shot clock is struck by the basketball, so that's going to be an out-of-bounds call. Boyce is going to set it up here, and like you're saying, I mean, these defensive stops have to come at a premium. And again, there's Stewart. He had an open look, tried not to take it, but oh, he had a guy down low. Well, there's a turnover. To the rim, wow. Very nice finish by Gary and Blunt. Pulls Piedmont to within 12.
Piedmont only down 12 now. With the way Boyce has been shooting, it seems like they'd be down by a lot more. Foul there on number 15, Scipio.
Trey Stewart's going to be going to the line for 2. Actually, it wasn't a shooting foul, so they'll be taking this one out under the basket. They tried to do a curl there with Stewart. Well defended by Piedmont. Stewart is posting up down low. Nice play by Malik Milton. That pass has got to be better. And another interception by Malik Milton. So, a little game of turnovers as we turn it over again. So, that was a stretch there of about 4 turnovers. So, kind of getting sloppy with 6 minutes left here in the half.
Yeah, it's twice now that I've noticed Piedmont trying to push the ball, being aggressive, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but you got to be smart with the ball, and that's twice that they've thrown it away, or it's been tipped and gone out of bounds on a fast break that could have potentially led to 2 points. And so Boyce back down the floor with 6 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock, running their offense. Piedmont in a man-to-man defense, strong drive, and another and one.
The size right now for Boyce is really coming into play. Mike Jones, I mean, not necessarily a huge guy at 6 foot, but Piedmont at guard, we're a little smaller. I mean, he's a 6 foot, 185 guard, but he looks like he's all muscle, and he's getting to the rim, and he's pushing us around. So
yeah, he's good. He's got a good size and strength for a guard, and he attacks the rim well, and based on his last free throw, it looks like he's got good form on a shot, and he definitely is probably one of Boyce's best players.
Oh, it's certainly, and he looks to be a forward general, and the way he takes it to the basket, using that left arm to shield off the defender and finishing with the right, I mean, that's classic strong point guard play right there.
And he's actually going to get a break right now. Number 2, Demetrius Trucker checks into the game for Boyce.
It might be the first time that he's came out all game. That means they got about 15 good minutes out of him. And there's another turnover. It looked like there was some miscommunication there between Tim and Malik as Tim chucks that one out of bounds.
Yeah, Piedmont just seems to be, it's not necessarily that they're playing too fast, but they just have to mentally, it looks like they're just mentally a step or 2 steps behind what they're doing physically. And so it's not necessarily that they're playing too fast. They just need to kind of catch up mentally, get into the game, and play good defense, rebound, take good shots on offense, and we'll see what the rest of the game has for us.
And there's a travel on Boyce, so the ball will go back over to Piedmont, and this is a possession that we need to score here. We can't afford to let this lead slip even further down heading into halftime. Boyce, though, take nothing away from them. They've had good defense as Malik Milton knocks down another shot. Malik himself is having a pretty good game, trying to get the other teammates to catch fire.
Yeah, Piedmont can chip away at the lead. Again, they're down by 12 with about 5 minutes and 24 seconds left in the first half here from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. If they can chip away at this lead, it'll make an interesting second half. Another turnover. Malik throws it up. Layup, good.
Good take to the basket by Robinson. Piedmont cuts it to 10, and there's a timeout called by Boyce. Something we just have to do is cut down on those turnovers, maybe stop the ball from getting inside. I mean, if you're giving somebody the ball right at the basket, I mean, you have to think they would convert. And so Coach Walker looks to be ramping up the defense. We've gotten quite a few turnovers, but if you're going to get turnovers, you can't have turnovers. You know, it's something that I know Coach is having these guys work on.
Yeah, the biggest thing for Piedmont right now is they just got to protect the ball. They're not overmatched, I don't think, too much other than size, but their athleticism, their quickness, their ability to, like you said, Cam, create those turnovers plays into their advantage. Boyce is by no means an unathletic team. They are definitely athletic, but Piedmont has, at all 5 positions, more speed. And there's a foul up top on number 24, Antoine Robinson. Playing good defense, and again, that's another emphasis in college basketball this year, is the ability for the offensive player to have freedom of movement. And so if you're going to have 2 hands on the defender, that's an automatic foul every time. And they're trying to cut down on the physicalness of the offensive foul there, taken by Kalen Bird, number 1. He checks into the game and records an offensive foul on Boyce. Very good defense. Hopefully that'll help be a momentum swing now as Piedmont's only down by 10 with under 5 minutes to go here in the first half. If they can score on this possession, that'll be huge.
Yeah, Kalen comes in, and that's what he does. He provides a spark, and that was a big play there to help shift the momentum of this game. Another turnover for Piedmont, and that's something we just can't have.
Again, just not being on the same page with your teammates. Roba Flint there just threw the ball up towards the rim, and nobody was there to catch it. We got a blocking call there. Again, Kalen Bird trying to take another charge, but he was inside the restricted circle underneath the basket. In Division I basketball, NCAA Division I, that circle has actually been extended. That has not yet been applied, though, to the NCCAA Division II, in which these 2 teams are participating.
Yeah, that's a good call there, and a good effort by Kalen nonetheless, but you can't be in that restricted area. He was under control, and I mean, a nice take to the basket there by Akers, and he's going to get a chance to convert. Missed the first one, so second one, however, is up and in, and that lead extended to 11 with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in the half. Kalen Bird drives the lane, and
Kalen Bird gets fouled.
Nice take by Kalen Bird. He's going to the line for 2.
Kalen Bird, again, has provided a spark off the Piedmont bench, and he comes in averaging, let's look at those stats really quick.
You know, one stat that you have that you can't actually measure is the energy that this guy brings to the floor. I mean, he comes in, draws a charge, tries to take another charge, comes down, drives to the bucket, and he might be at a size disadvantage, but man, I tell you what, he's a real David in terms of taking it down there amongst the Goliaths that these guys have, and I mean, he immediately goes to the free throw line.
Yeah, Kalen Bird hits the first one. He's just a hair under 70% free throw shooter. He hits both, so that'll improve his percentages. Again, Kalen Bird providing a spark off the bench. Piedmont in the press, trying to speed up the game, create more turnovers in the backcourt. They almost got one there. Boyce throws it up, kick ball, that'll reset the shot clock there. Well, actually it's not under 15, so I guess the shot clock will stay the same. Something else in college basketball, in men's basketball, they reduced the shot clock from 35 seconds to 30. What do you think about that, Cam?
Well, it certainly helps speed up the game, and you have teams like Wisconsin that like to slow it down, and that kind of helps these teams to maybe push it along a little bit. And we've seen numbers increase due to that, the decrease of the shot clock, as there's a basket by Reggie Scipio.
On the previous possession for Boyce, Ben Akers drained another 3 from the corner, so the score is 38-27 with 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go in this first half. Kalen Bird providing on-ball pressure.
That's 3 buckets from beyond the arc for Akers, as there's a turnover for Boyce. But Akers has 3 baskets from beyond the arc, and That's something we'll see in the second half. That's an interesting storyline to see if they can keep up that clip they have right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, Piedmont's only down 11 here with 3 minutes and 26 seconds left. If they can score on this possession, again, I think the key for them has to be to keep the score within single digits going into the second half. If they can do that, then make some adjustments at halftime. There you go, three by Justin Valentine. That cuts the score to 38-30 with 3 minutes to go here in the first half.
That's Justin's second three of the ball game, and I know that he can hit that shot, and coach gives him the green light. Mike Jones, another strong take off the front of the rim, though. Piedmont back down the other way. Justin open again. Elects to pass it back out. They thought about that. Nice take into the lane. Reggie inside. Basket up and good. So Piedmont cuts his lead to 6. 2:40 left in the first half.
Now, if we can take the lead before going to halftime, that is going to be really huge. A blocking call there. Kalen Bird tried to pick up another easy one there.
Maybe trying to do a little too much there. You're not going to get that call too often. Mike Jones didn't look like he was out of control. I mean, he might have been trying to get the push off there, but I think maybe Kalen was trying to do a little too much there. So he's got 2 fouls now, does Kalen. But that defensive intensity, I mean, if you see him, the ball pressure is really amazing. And Tim, the same way. Tim has really good pressure on the ball, but there's a foul called. It's going to be a 1-on-1 situation.
Yeah, like we were talking about earlier, it looked like Timothy Whirls got 2 hands on the defender, and with the adjustments that they're trying to make to college basketball, that's going to be a foul every time. And so what they're trying to do by lowering the shot clock and increasing the strictness of the on-ball defense, they're trying to get more possessions. They're trying to speed up the game. They're trying to increase the scoring.
Yeah.
Again, just to try to make it more enjoyable for the fans. But again, you know, a team like Piedmont that's undersized, they're going to rely on ball pressure to create turnovers, to slow down the opposing team as far as their ability to attack in their offense. But again, the advantage is always going to play into the offense's hands.
Yeah, the freedom of movement, and you know, that's something that Piedmont has to watch, being an undersized team, something that they're really going to have to keep an eye on and be very conscious of going forward. Pass down low to Reggie Scipio, and he got the shot off. Not really sure if it slipped or he was trying to.
Good heads-up play there. Scipio had his back to the basket and just threw it up as soon as he got shoved.
It looks like he's trying out for the Globetrotters with that shot that he had.
They rewarded him with 2 shots. Let's see how he does on these free throws. First one up and good for Reggie Scipio.
Reggie knocks it down, and Reggie's a good player, plays with a lot of energy, and he's shooting 75% from the free throw line. And Reggie he plays the center position. We'll call him a makeshift center because he's not really the center, but he does a great job down low trying to match up with bigs when he can.
With just under 2 minutes to play here in the first half, 1 minute and 50 seconds to be exact. The score is 40-34. Piedmont's only down 6. They've really cut into this lead.
We're in a 3-2.
Let's see if they have an opportunity to cut in a little bit more before halftime.
That was way too easy. That can't happen. Drew McKay comes in and just drives right to the basket and lays it in. And I mean, we're trying to, you know, we've done a great job by cutting into this league, but you can't let plays like that happen. As Tim puts up a 3-pointer, no good. Tries to get his own rebound. Great hustle by Tim World. Amazing hustle. Got the possession back for his team. And a good take to the basket by Garion. And he's going to the line for 2. But you could thank Timothy Whirls for that, because he missed the shot, went after his own rebound, was able to dive through the legs of a Boyce player, get the possession back. And now Garion Blunt going to the free throw line with 1:15 on the clock, trying to send this team into the locker room on a positive note.
Again, by that effort by Tim Whirls, that's just something you can't teach. You can drill it all day in practice, but when it comes to game time, If a player's not willing to dive on the floor for a loose ball, jump out of bounds to save a ball from going out of bounds, do anything to help your team to win, you just can't coach that.
Yeah.
That is a natural ability, I believe, that God has given us for just hard work and being relentless and doing whatever it takes to help your team win.
We're down to 1 minute here in the first half.
Another turnover. Tim Worrells with the steal up the floor to Scipio, and it gets knocked out of bounds.
Piedmont's going to retain possession. This would be a big play here. 55 seconds left. Maybe we can go 25 seconds left on the shot clock. So we go 2 for 1 here. Maybe try to cut into this lead a little bit more before we go in for halftime. Justin Valentine, too strong off the right side of the rim, and Boyce is going to get it. 45 seconds left.
With the first half winding down here, 38 seconds left on the clock. We got a
wide open look for Jones. Decent closeout there by Gary and Blunt. There's a foul call. Drew McKay, sophomore from Indiana, going to the foul line.
30 seconds left on the game clock here before the end of the first half. Cam, what can we look forward to at halftime?
Coming up to PIU at the half, we'll have some scores from around the country. We might be able to get an interview from Coach Bob Mabe. We'll see what happens there. But we have some scores from around the country, some in-depth analysis, and we'll see what we have to look forward to in the second half.
The game clock and the shot clock are right in tune with one another. It looks like
technically the shot clock could be off right now because
I was gonna say the shot clock is on, but they just need to pay attention to the game clock. 10 seconds remaining.
And almost another turnover.
It is another turnover for Piedmont.
McKay. That was an instance where Boyce could have got an easy bucket there. It was no good. So at the half, Boyce 44, Piedmont 35. Bruins go into the locker room down 9, and I got to tell you, with the clip that Boyce was shooting the basketball in the first half, and all the turnovers that Piedmont have, we had it down to 6 at the. So I mean, with that last possession there, another turnover. We should consider ourselves lucky to be where we are, to be honest with you.
Yeah, to be only down by single digits, 9-point lead for Boyce at the half. It really says a lot to the sloppy play on both sides. I'd say there's probably been easily 30 to 40 turnovers between the two teams. I think that would be a good estimate, with Piedmont probably having close to 18 to 20 of those. So right now at halftime, we're looking to, actually the interview with Bob Mabe has once again been canceled. Last game he walked right by us, but that's okay. We'll just give him a hard time about it later. Well, you guys enjoy halftime. Go grab a snack, and we'll catch you back in a little bit. Can he do his stuff? Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Pope Center. We have about 3 minutes left in halftime. We're gonna take a quick moment to go over some scores from around the country in NCAA basketball. Right now, the only top 25 team that we have in action is Texas A&M, actually trailing Vanderbilt at the half by 7, 40-33. Local favorite Elon is up 31-11 over Delaware. James Madison on top of Drexel, 36-23. Hofstra, 38, UNC Wilmington, 26. Temple Owls and the Tulsa Golden Hurricane tied at 27. And I got to tell you, Temple, very, very good team, especially at home. North Carolina played them earlier this year, and it was a tough win to get out of there. So Ohio State and Wisconsin, and I got to tell you, Wisconsin's kind of underachieving this year, but leading Ohio State right now by 6. And Ohio State's they're a little down this year too, so that's a couple of big teams that we just not used to seeing struggle like that. Really a surprise team though is Northeastern. Northeastern could really step up and surprise some people come March, but that's going to do it for this segment of scores from around the country. And so let's take a look at some first half stats for both teams. Ethan?
It looks like the stats for Boyce, the leading scorers for the Boyce team here is number 20, Akers, with 11 points. Stewart, number 21, with 12 points. 2 players with 6 points. Number 24 and 32, Jones and Wells. And then 4 points by number 22, McKay. And then 2 points by number 25, Jackson. The leading scorers for your Piedmont Bruins, Reggie Scipio with 10, Malik Milton with 10, Justin Valentine with 6, Garion Blunt with 5, Antoine Robinson with 2, and Kalen Bird with 2. Cam, what can we expect for the second half? We got about a minute and 15 seconds left till the to the inbounds of the second half. Cam, what can we expect?
Well, I know that Clint Walker has talked with these guys about defense and closing out on those three-point shooters. I mean, because, looking at the first half box score, from the three-point line, these guys are killing it. 6 for 11 from the three-point line in the first half for Boyce. And so I know that we have got to close out on shooters. We have got to lock down the paint. 15 out of 29, and that's, just over 50%. I mean, when you're shooting 51% from the field, 54% from the three-point line, I got to tell you, it's hard to win, especially when you're turning the ball over at a rate like Piedmont is right now. So all we need to do is slow it down, get some good offensive possessions, play solid defense, and I tell you, by the 15-minute mark, this game could be completely different than it is right now. But Piedmont has to come out and play with passion, play with some intensity.
I was able to talk with the assistant coach, Javon Summers, during halftime, and he said that what they addressed during halftime was playing better defense and rebounding. And if Piedmont can improve on both of those areas, then they should be good to go for the second half. And Boyce is going to look to do the same thing they did in the first half, play strong defense, rebound well, run their offense, take high-quality shots, and if they did the same thing in the first half, they'll knock them down.
Malik Milton's going to throw it in to Antoine Robinson. Justin Valentine passes to Tim Worrells. And Tim's going to look to maybe get his offense going a little bit more here in the second half. That's something that would be nice, is if Tim could really get that going. Oh, and there's a strip there by Boyce. Very good defense as Garion had the ball strip. Mike Jones had a great first half, and that's going to be a foul on number 20, Akers, and Piedmont will have this going the other way.
Observing that play there, based on what I said in the first half, it doesn't matter how big or small you are, you can box out anyone. And Tim Worrells was able to box out the biggest player, or one of the bigger players on Boyce's team, and he got an over-the-back call And so if Piedmont can do that, that'll continue to happen. If you work, you will be rewarded for your hard work.
You know, and that's some of Coach Walker's, you know, some of his rules is to play hard and play with fundamentals. If you play with fundamentals, it's I'm not going to say it's hard to lose a game, but when you're playing with fundamentals, it's a lot harder to lose the game than it would be if you're just running up and down the floor as another basket goes in for Boyce.
Another missed box out opportunity there for Piedmont led to an easy rebound and bucket for Boyce. Piedmont looks to slow it down. Justin Valentine for three, and he nails it.
Good shot by Justin Valentine, and that's a good shot for him. And I tell you, he can hit the three-pointer. He's 3 for 6 now in the game from the three-point line. And, you know, Piedmont needs a little bit more of that as that brings it back to an 8-point game. It looks like there's a foul down low as trying to clear the lane there is Antoine Robinson. And again, we have to watch the placement of those hands. You have to give those guys freedom of movement, and he's trying to get rid of him out of the paint.
With 18 minutes and 24 seconds left here in the second half, Boyce is up 46-38.
And that is a three-point basket and the foul, and that is one of the worst things that can happen in the ultimate four-point play. And other than the technical foul and getting the ball back of a 5-point play, this is one of the worst things that can happen on this end of the floor in one possession. And so it looks like Akers is going to convert on that, and that's going to put Piedmont down by 11.
Yeah, Tim Worrells tried to contest that shot, but it wasn't really needed because the player had already elevated for the shot, and there was no way Tim Worrells is going to be able to affect that shot. Malik Milton pulls up for three, misses the shot.
Nice hustle there by Antoine Robinson, though, to at least save the possession, but it would have been another turnover. And Mike Jones trying to set it up here. Wells turns and fires, and he finds Stewart, and Stewart had a great first half as the three-pointer is no good by Akers.
Up the floor for Piedmont. Pass it back out to Justin Valentine for three, nails it again.
4 for 7 for Justin Valentine from the three-point line, and I got to tell you, Justin Valentine's keeping us in this game right now as that puts his point total for the evening up to 12. Nearly an interception and turnover. Antoine's playing good defense. Stewart off the back iron. The iron unkind there for Stewart as he looked to convert on the jump shot. Tim Worrells into the lane. Shot no good, and it's going to stay with Piedmont.
Good hustle there by Tim Worrells. He attacked the lane aggressively, missed the shot, but didn't give up, and Piedmont's ball.
Malik out front. Tim's three-pointer, no good. In and out for Tim Worrells, and looks like there's going to be a foul call on Mike Jones for extending that elbow out there, and that's another thing they're watching out for.
That foul might have actually been on number 32. Bryce Wells on the rebound and extending that arm to get the defender
Wells
off
with
of
a foul
him.
call, and that's something that I used to get away with back in the day.
You did, Cam. You did. You got away with a lot when we used to play. I've caught a few of your elbows to my sternum and still recovering today.
Yeah. Three-pointer no good there by Justin Valentine, and that was a decent look for Justin. Stewart looks to drive, cut off there by Justin Valentine, and again, three-pointer converted by Boyce, and this team shooting the lights out of it right now. Piedmont still within striking distance though. 12-point game, 16:25 left in the second half.
Boyce pressuring defense, trapping in the corner. Malik Milton misses the three.
And that, it seems like we're kind of settling because that puts us at about 22 three-pointers attempted this game, and that's, are we solely looking for the three-point shot? It feels like we're forcing a couple of these.
No, you don't want to look for the three. And that previous play, Piedmont was a little lazy getting back on defense. Boyce took advantage of that, got an easy layup. Well, another almost near turnover there. Going to set up a three in the corner. Good.
Gary and Blunt knocks it down. Big shot.
Brings us the lead back down to 11 for Boyce. Another turnover by Boyce. You have a 3-on-1 opportunity.
Good pass. And about to check in for Piedmont is number 1, Kalen Bird. Another spark opportunity for Mr. Bird coming off the bench. Blunt with some solid defense. Nice hedge by Tim Worrells, and he's going to steal it. And Tim Worrells lays it up and in, bringing the score 55-48. Timeout, Boyce Bulldogs. 15:02 on the clock, and Piedmont making a little run. Ethan has cut that lead from 14-7, and this defensive play is responsible for cutting that lead in half.
What Piedmont's doing is being aggressive with their defense. They're extending out the ball pressure like we talked about in the first half. Piedmont's a very athletic team, and so they're going to try to use their athleticism to their advantage. They don't have much size, but they do have a lot of quickness. And Boyce is about the opposite. They do have quickness, but they do have a lot more size. And so the only way Piedmont is going to have an advantage is to extend that defense, put a lot of ball pressure, and create turnovers that will lead to easy layups, just like we just saw.
And that's important. It's important to be able to change the game like that. And if we're pushing that tempo, it doesn't look like Boyce wants to run. So if we're pushing that tempo, playing the game that we want to play as a team, that's going to really change a lot of things. And we're not having to settle for three-point jump shots or trying to work that half-court offense when we're scoring in transition like that. And that 7 points came and very quickly. And I know that Coach Walker's trying to get these guys to do more of the same as we get back out here to resume play with 15:02 left.
Something else that we can talk about as we observe this game is the officiating. The officiating's been very, very consistent, I think very well, very good. We've got a good crew out here tonight. And again, the fouls have been low. I think the teams are playing good fundamental defense. They're playing defense with their feet, not with their hands, which is what you're supposed to do. And but they're being aggressive too, and I think the refs are letting them play, but they're just playing a good, clean game. As far as that's concerned. Now turnovers, that's a different story.
Stewart trying to post up Justin Valentine. It wasn't successful though, but they're going to kick it back out to him for three. No good off the back iron, but there's Mike Jones with a nice pump fake, and he got both Piedmont defenders there on that left block to jump, and that need to stand there and put those hands up. And Mike Jones with a good fundamental play, and he's going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Mike Jones had 6 points in the first half. Good on the first free throw.
I got to tell you, every time that Piedmont gets to this, you know, hey, we're chipping, and it looks like, you know, every time we're getting there, Boyce is able to extend that lead. So we've got to make sure that we keep the pedal to the metal here, because if not, they're going to extend that lead, and we have to play with some urgency. The urgency is there right now, but we need to convert here on this offensive possession to keep the train moving. Justin Valentine, deep three-pointer, no good off the front of the iron. Justin has a lot of range, but that was pretty deep.
Something else we need to notice is on that three-point attempt, Piedmont had nobody near the basket, so absolutely no chance for an offensive rebound. Piedmont again extending the pressure. We got a drive here and a bucket, good by number 23. Good strong take there to the basket. Piedmont bringing the ball to the floor again, down by 10 with 13:37 left on the clock.
Katzbeck was able to just drive to the basket coming off of that corner, and he went by 2 guys, and you know, I know that's not the defense that Coach Walker was looking for there. He was able to get right to the rim, no problem. As Malik Milton knocks down a three-pointer, trying to keep it within striking distance.
Malik Milton from way outside, I would have to say that was probably an NBA range three. Good shot, good stroke, good follow through.
That's a carry right there
here
by number 24, Mike Jones. And that's going to turn the ball back over to the Bruins. 13:08 left to play. And the lead back to 7 after the three-pointer by Malik Milton. And it would be nice, Ethan, if Piedmont can convert here. Chip that lead back down. We'll take it to 5. Hasn't been that close since early in the first half.
It looks like we've got an injury here. Or maybe it's just some kind of issue with Mike Jones, and so he'll have to temporarily check out of the game, it looks like. Yeah, he will. And so a new player on for Boyce. Piedmont bringing the ball up the floor. Again, Kalen Bird in the game. He brought a spark off the bench, and he's trying to do the same thing here. Let's see what Piedmont does with this offensive possession.
Nice take into the lane.
And one right there.
Reggie Scipio. Yeah, very good play. Reggie Scipio going to the line, trying to get the old-fashioned three-point play here and bring this lead from 5 to 4 with 12:52 remaining in the second half. Six fouls here. About 8 minutes into the second half. Fouls have been pretty even. Like you said, I got to tell you, the game's been called very well as Reggie misses the free throw off the left side of the iron. Drew McKay checked into the ball game for Mike Jones as he's attended to on the sideline. Looked like there could have been a travel there by McKay, but the refs decided to let it go. And Malik Milton up the floor trying to get the offense set up for Piedmont. Malik Milton three-pointer, good. That's going to bring this lead to 2.
2-point lead for Boyce with 12 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here in the second half. Piedmont's cut into the lead. They're only down by 2. They need to D up right here, cause another turnover, box out, get a rebound, whatever it takes to break into this lead a little bit more. Hopefully even take the lead on the next possession.
Shot no good there. As Lafayette Jackson miss it on the inside. Kalen Bird up the floor. Pretty good defensive pressure there by Drew McKay. Ball swung to the corner. Malik Milton for the three-pointer, and that gives Piedmont a 1-point lead with 11:48 left in the second half. And what was a 14-point lead for Boyce College has turned into a 1-point lead for Piedmont. And Ethan, what a swing. And that swing partially due to the shooting of Malik Milton.
I tell you what, Cam, when you get hot from 3, a player like Malik Milton, who's a very streaky shooter, his percentages are good, but when he catches fire and he smells that, or he can tell that fear in the opponent's eyes, he's going to take over a game. And Malik has that ability. He has the capability of taking over a game. He has the ability to do that. Now, if he can keep his mind about him, he has all the talent in the world, and he's definitely a player that makes his team better. And when he's playing good, this Piedmont team has a very high ceiling, and they can play up. If they play up to their potential, they can beat probably just about anybody in this conference.
Yeah, Malik shooting 33% from the three-point line on the season. He's made 24. And I got to tell you, Malik is an eccentric player. He brings a lot of passion and intensity. He likes to talk a lot on the floor, but that's just Malik's personality. Solid defense, but he got a decent look at it from McKay, and the shot is off the mark. And there's the rebound by Valentine. Valentine thought about that three-pointer. Kalen Bird shot no good. Some contact after the shot not called. And so it looks like Boyce is going to be trying to set it up. Good defense, knocking the ball out of bounds there.
Kalen Bird with the high-pressure defense again. He missed the shot on the offensive head, but he immediately picked up the defensive pressure. And it looks like he's going to get a break here. Well-deserved break. Round of applause for Kalen Bird. Terry Pfeiffer checks into the game for Kalen, number 11. let's see if he can bring the same defensive intensity that Kalen brought.
McKay swings it around.
And that'll be a backcourt violation.
And that's going to be a backcourt violation. Stewart trying to beg for, trying to get the ref to understand that maybe somebody might have touched it. Didn't look like that to me, but regardless, ref called it that way, and it's going to be Piedmont basketball. Malik Milton again from three, and that is good. And I got to tell you, he's on fire.
Malik Milton is definitely feeling it from three. Good defense there. Saved the rebound by Boyce. Another shot up and a foul.
Lafayette Jackson with a take into the lane. He's going to be fouled, and he is going to the free throw line. Boyce is on the bad end of a run here. Piedmont outscored Boyce by 18 to take a 4-point lead with just over 10 minutes to play as Lafayette Jackson misses the front end of the two shots here.
Number 25 with the second free throw here. The home crowd is making a little bit of noise, and he's up and good with the second free throw, excuse me. About halfway through the second half here, Piedmont with a 3-point lead. They've caught fire here in the second half from long range. Almost had another turnover.
Swinging it around. Little shot fake there. Got into the lane, really didn't know what he was going to do with it. It was Gary and Blunt, and now Boyce coming the other way with it. Mike Jones a little behind the back action. Tries to pass to Stewart, deflected, and what could have been a travel if that foot would have landed. A three-pointer good from the corner by Lafayette Jackson, and that's going to tie this game at 62 with 9:40 left.
Again, Piedmont trying to apply some pressure, and Boyce was able to get the ball around the horn and wide open shot, and he nailed it.
Yeah, and in college, you give that guy a wide open look, they're going to knock it down. And Justin Valentine's shot from the corner, no good. And Drew McKay up the left side for the Bulldogs. Lafayette Jackson had an opportunity there, decided to kick it back out to Mike Jones, who's going to set it up. Pretty good ball pressure by Terry Pfeiffer, though. I got to tell you, Piedmont has amped up the defense in the second half, and that was one of the keys that we had talked about Piedmont doing. And 55 there for Boyce. He had a decent opportunity as Brantley Beck.
Yeah, it looked like he had a wide open layup there, but he chose to pass it, and Garion Blunt kicked it out of bounds. I wonder if Garion has any soccer background.
It would be interesting to find out. He should have kicked that thing like he was Messi, but that's going to keep the ball down here on the kick, and it looks like there was confusion as to what the call was between the officials. It looked like one might have thought that it was a foul call, but it looked like it was corrected, and so now Mike Jones going to inbound from the baseline. Pass deflected out of bounds by Malik Milton. Trying to seal off the inside, and it looks like Boyce isn't getting the looks inside that they were in the first half.
Again, they still have the size advantage. Nothing has changed there. But Piedmont is definitely playing more aggressive inside. Here's an inside play and another foul.
Yeah, they're not able to take advantage of the size advantage like it was in the first half. Piedmont really closing down those passing lanes. Might not be able to push them out of the lane, but they're fighting hard to front these guys and making sure that they can't get the ball in there. And I know Coach Walker really addressed that at halftime.
Looks like Coach Walker's going back to his bench. Timothy Worrell's about to check back into the game. Those of you watching maybe from Radford, Virginia, I want to give you a shout out. Hope you guys are doing good up there. Timothy Worrell's is a good friend of mine, a very strong player for Piedmont in his senior year. And the first free throw up and good for number 24.
Kerry Pfeiffer back out of the game though, and Piedmont is going to start this possession here as Jackson gets the rebound. Malik Milton, no good. Heat check. Offensive rebound by Scipio. And there was a pretty hard foul there by Stewart. And some of the fans didn't like that, but just part of the game.
Yeah, that's part of the game. If two players are going to go up strong for a rebound, if you're boxing out but the ball goes over your head, I mean, you still have to go straight up. And if the other player goes straight up with you, then, I mean, there's not an over-the-back call. So Reggie Scipio at the free throw line, he misses the first one. We'll see if he's able to connect on the second to tie this game again. 8 minutes, 32 seconds left here in the second half. Reggie Scipio misses the second as well.
That's going to be an over-the-back call on Justin Valentine. Been watching too much UNC basketball lately as I thought about him down there getting the rebound and called him Justin Jackson instead of Justin Valentine. But an over-the-back call on Justin, and that's going to give the ball back. Big missed opportunity there for Reggie, as we could have took the lead or tied the game there, and the three-pointer converted on the other end by Ben Akers. And that's going to push this lead back out to 4, so it's a seesaw game right now, Ethan, going back and forth with 8 minutes remaining. Malik, good take into the basket. That was a perfect play by Malik Milton.
Yeah, there for a little bit, Piedmont have been settling for too many outside shots. They need to continue to attack the rim, let the outside shots come to them. Rebound by Justin Valentine. Pushing it up the floor. They call an offensive foul there. It looked like the defender was not set by the time the Piedmont player went up for the shot, and so that's a questionable call. But again, he called an offensive foul, so you just got to roll with it. Keep playing the game. Don't let any outside influences take your mind off the game. You just play the game of basketball.
That's a good call. I mean, once you let stuff like that get into your head, it's going to take your quality of play down, and that's going to be a hold on Justin Valentine as he put his hand on Stewart, preventing him from trying to post. And that's another thing. Size comes into play. I mean, Justin Valentine has played guard most of his time here at Piedmont, and he's having to go down low just due to the size this year. So Valentine's going to come out, and Roba Flint coming back into the game.
Something to be observed here. Over the past few minutes, there's been a lot more foul calls, and I'm wondering if that had anything to do with a previous point in the game here a few minutes ago where things were starting to get a little chippy. Reggie Scipio inside ties the game up at 66 with just over 7 minutes to go. But as I was saying, it looked like things were starting to get a little out of hand, so the refs are going to tighten it up. And there's another offensive foul called on maybe number 55.
Yeah, that was 55.
Number 55, yeah. With the offensive foul there, so Piedmont gets the ball back with a chance to take the lead. But after this timeout, Boyce has called a timeout, and we'll see if it's a 30 or a full. Looks like it's going to be a full timeout to Boyce. What can we look out for with the remaining 7 minutes to go in this game? Tie ball game, 66-66. Again, the previous game between these two was a 76-47 win by Boyce. And now we're tied at 66 in the rematch. Cam, what can we expect down the stretch?
I think it's going to be a good finish. If we're looking at the game so far, it's going to be a seesaw battle. Somebody's going to take the lead. It's going to go back to be a tie. We've seen ties, we've seen lead changes. I tell you what, we're really getting our money's worth here tonight from these two teams. It's been a great basketball game. I mean, Piedmont really needs to keep attacking. Boyce really isn't a shot blocking team. So if we're getting the ball inside, our guys should be able to finish. Because Boyce, like I said, not really a shot blocking team, not really attempting too many. So if we can keep getting the ball in and Reggie going up strong and Malik taking it to the rack, I mean, we have a chance here to, maybe get some offensive efficiency going. I think that if Piedmont does that, continues to play good defense, we have a pretty good chance of taking this one home. Good pass, Reggie Scipio couldn't hold on to it, but it's saved by Tim Whirls. And Malik with a shot fake, and then he shoots it. And there's going to be a foul call on Reggie as he tries to get the ball from Stewart. And that's going to be a 1-and-1 for the visiting Bulldogs.
Yeah, Piedmont's got 9 team fouls right here at the moment, so it's a 1-and-1. Next foul, and Boyce will be in the double bonus for the rest of the game. Boyce only has 5 team fouls, so they've still got another foul to give before Piedmont will begin to shoot the 1-and-1. Free throw up and good. So that extends Boyce's lead to 67-66.
Something to think about here is if this game happens to go into overtime, Reggie has 3 fouls. So it needs to play a little smarter, keep those hands up. Not that play there probably wasn't, and that's going to be a turnover. Oh, it was tipped. And there's going to be a little conference here at midcourt of the officials. And it was indeed a backcourt violation. Ball was not tipped, so it's going to go back over.
Yeah, that's 2 times tonight that that particular official has made a call, and it has been immediately overturned by the rest of the officiating crew. He just might have seen something different than what have actually happened, and that's okay. We all make mistakes and errors with our judgment, but that's okay. So nothing wrong with that. Get it right, play the game.
Mike Jones shot off the back iron, rebound by Beck, and is taken away by Malik Milton.
Yeah, as a big man, when you get the rebound in the lane, there is no reason to put the ball on the floor. You go right back up with the shot, and a team like Piedmont, they're gonna
lay up, no good.
Piedmont's gonna look to strip the ball before you can go back up. So Boyce has got that size advantage. Get the rebound, go right back up with it.
Yep. Piedmont setting it up. Nice pass. Wow. Roba Flint with a touch pass with a kiss off the glass by Reggie Scipio.
That ties the game up with 5 minutes and 37 seconds left to go. 68-68. Again, deep three-pointer good by number 20.
And that's a deep shot, and that was a nice pass and a good look by Akers, and he has had a really good game. Stewart and Akers really had good games tonight. Pass back to Whirls. Malik has it in the corner. Tim fires it. Good! Three-pointer up and in, and it's if Tim Whirls catches fire, look out, folks. Fire department couldn't calm that down.
Immediately after the three-pointer, Coach Walker calls a timeout to again gather his guys in, settle them down, hopefully bring their attention to the last 5 minutes and 8 seconds left of this game. Tie ball game. Play within yourself, continue to play strong defense, continue to rebound, and you have a chance to win this game and beat a team that just blew you out just a couple weeks ago.
As we take a look at the upcoming schedule for both teams, actually both teams are going to be playing in the next game. Kentucky Christian University.
Cam, they're not playing at the same time, are they? Surely 3 teams aren't going to play on the court at one time.
Actually, it will be Kentucky Christian versus the combined teams of Piedmont and Boyce. It's going to be an all-star game to say the least, right? But Boyce will face Kentucky Christian on February 9th at 7, and Piedmont will play at Kentucky Christian February 6th, and it's going to be a battle. Kentucky always has a good team, and it's always a good knockdown, drag-out fight. When Boyce and KCU get together, that's a long-standing rivalry. Piedmont, very new to the mix, just joining the conference this year, but I'm sure that's something that will develop over time.
Based on our previous comment, we have some fans around us that are laughing. One of them being David Jane. He's a local representative here for Piedmont, a great guy. And David Jane was the manager of the 2010 team that Cam and I both played on. We had a great year. David is the man. David, let me ask you really quick, what church are you at these days?
Faith Baptist.
David is at Faith Baptist, and he is the music pastor at Faith Baptist. So if you're ever in that area, you need to go hear David just do an awesome job with that position. David's an awesome guy. Love him to death. Back to the game.
Lafayette Jackson knocks down that free throw, and that's going to give Boyce the 1-point advantage at the under 5-minute mark. And he's 2 for 2 on this go around. Piedmont down 2, 4 minutes and 50 seconds to play. Shot up, all iron unkind. Malik Milton, 2 putbacks, no good. Piedmont will retain the possession though. Malik Milton in the corner. Pass fake, drives the lane. Nice take by Malik Milton, up and in. And that's a tough player right there. That's a tough player making tough plays. And that's a good take by Mike Jones, looking for the foul call. I'll tell you, Ethan, you're not going to get a lot of those calls when it comes down to crunch time.
Yeah, Mike Jones there on the previous play looked like he made the play a lot harder than he needed to be.
Yep.
He ran towards the defender instead of just going in and gliding in for a layup. Absorb the contact when you go up, get the and one. I mean, he had a wide open layup. I don't know why.
Well, he tried to finish on the right side of the goal, trying to go in and trying to maybe finish with it. And he's a strong player, but you make the easy play there instead of trying to force something that's not there. And Timothy World, 3-point basket, good. And I'll tell you what, the guy from Radford, Virginia, heating up.
Yeah, he caught the ball with a triple threat, pivoted one way, took a dribble, and nailed the shot. But right back down the court, number 20 hits a 3 again, and he's hit several of those this game. Number 20, Akers.
No good by Reggie on the layup. And here comes Mike Jones on the floor. He's fast, and he can finish. No good off the back of the iron, and it's going to rim out, and he's going to finish that time as he puts it in for 2, 78-76 lead with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to play. Piedmont's coming down to every possession is so critical. Every possession is very critical. There's the take inside and out of bounds. Turnover not needed there.
Yeah, number 24 for Piedmont, Antoine Robinson, just tried again to do a little too much. He had beat his defender, go up strong for the layup. He tried to drop it off to Scipio, who was running the baseline. Scipio's back foot was actually on the baseline, so that's another turnover for Piedmont. Another timeout with 3 minutes and 25 seconds left to go. Boyce is up by 2. Coming down crunch time again. Both teams are going to be shooting free throws with any foul call that is called. Boyce will be in the double bonus. Piedmont will be shooting a 1-and-1. Team fouls 10-6 going there. Cam, what can we expect this last 3 minutes of the game?
I tell you, it's been back and forth again, and it's going to come down to who is smarter with the basketball, who's making the right play when it needs to be made, and that's something that's, if we're playing well, we're playing with high IQ, we're making the plays that are there. And we got to play smart here. We cannot turn the basketball over, not with this much time left. I mean, every possession is critical. Whoever takes care of the basketball and makes plays, I mean, that's all there is to it. And Piedmont really needs to bring the defensive intensity on this possession. Really don't need to go down by 2 possessions with 3 minutes left. I mean, that's going to really turn the heat on if that happens. So, I mean, they need to be intentional about getting a stop here and play with urgency.
Yes, there's plenty of time left on the clock. Only a 2-point game, 3 minutes and 20 seconds left. Boyce coming down the floor with the ball. Again, play defense, rebound, be smart with the ball. There is no reason to speed up the game. Was that another offensive foul call there? It looks like it was. With a push off on number 20, he's hit so many threes this game. He's had a really good game. A call for the offensive foul there.
And that's a solid game from beyond the arc for Boyce. I mean, you got to compliment their ability to hit the shot from the outside. And in the first part of the first half, they really made it an intentional effort to finish inside, and Piedmont kind of closed that down. So they really started looking outside, and man, if they hit, Piedmont's really caught fire in the second half. Shot no good by Blunt, and there's going to be the rebound.
That's one of the toughest shots in basketball there, where you pump fake and you take one step inside the 3-point line. Basket good inside by number 25 for Boyce. That extends the lead
That's a 4-point lead.
should be a
It's 80 to
4-point
76.
lead,
Scoreboard's saying 78-78, but that's not correct, as Lafayette Jackson gives Boyce a 4-point lead with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Time to be intentional here.
Coming down to 2 minutes left in the game. Piedmont down by 4.
Malik passes out to Tim Whirls. Three-pointer no good off the left iron and out. And there's another rebound by Trey Stewart. Trey Stewart well on his way. If not, he already has a double-double, I'm sure. Very good game tonight by Trey Stewart and Akers. And a good take by Max Katzbeck, the transfer from Northland International. And Piedmont down 6 with just under 2 minutes to play. And Piedmont, urgency.
Yeah, Piedmont calls another timeout. If you noticed, Coach Walker was not allowed to call that timeout because that's another emphasis in college basketball is during live action, coaches cannot call a timeout. It has to be a player on the floor. And so Coach Walker was screaming for one of his players to call a timeout. It was awarded to them. And so now a 30-second timeout here for Piedmont, down by 6 with 1 minute and 48 seconds left to go. Again, there's no reason to speed up at this point. There's still plenty of time. You just have to take quality shots, make a rebound, play defense, and see what the last minute and 48 will give you.
Yeah, and it's throwback night here at the Pope Center. Really good to see the 94 championship team in the ring presentation and see some faces like Ash Hayes and David Jane, some of the guys from past teams back here again. And Boyce looking to spoil this special affair for the Bruins. And they need to play with some urgency here and try to get some things back in order on offensive end and look to score the basketball. Being down 6, I wouldn't be surprised if they look for Malik Milton or Tim Whirls to knock something down. Or, you know, if you have an open Justin Valentine, that's a pretty good option as well. Malik Milton being guarded now by Trey Stewart. Blunt kind of gets inside, nowhere to go with it, back out to Malik Milton. Malik Milton, deep three-pointer, and it's good. This guy's for real, folks. That's
Malik Milton hit a shot like that last year in the championship game of the tournament that made it a close game there, and he hits another one here to make it a close game. Let's see if Piedmont can pick up the defense.
And that Piedmont should have made an effort to get that. It was tipped out of bounds off of themselves, and so now it's really important that we get a stop here. There's a curl, and the shot no good, but there's going to be a foul call on Tim Whirls with a little bit of a push there, and so now it's going to look like Ben Akers to the free throw line to extend this lead.
Minute and 11 here, up by 3. This will make it a 2-possession game, and he does. 4-point lead. Again, he's had a good game. Solid from the three-point line, solid from the free throw line. Just overall solid shooting night for him. And it's a 5-point game. Minute and 11 to go. Plenty of time.
You don't need a 3 here.
Don't need a 3 here. Attack the basket. Make Boyce guard you. If you have a wide open 3, surely you can take it, but you don't have to settle for it. Good shot there. Darian Blunt for 3. That makes it a 2-point game. Another timeout called by Piedmont. 84-82 with 58 seconds left in the game. Down by 2. What is Coach Walker saying during this timeout?
Defense is so critical. You got to hedge on those screens because you have multiple players from Boyce setting multiple screens across the floor, trying to create confusion, and the screens have to be called. There needs to be communication from the backside of that defense, alerting when there's going to be a screen coming. There needs to be some hard hedges, and I tell you, somebody who's really doing well with that tonight is Tim Whirls. He is hitting that hedge making sure that his man's not getting by him. They're defending the pick and roll pretty well, but you can't let something like that happen. Little mistake on defense could cost you the ball game at this juncture of the second half. They've got to make sure that we're defending the pick and roll, hedging out there, and making sure that the three-point line is defended as well. Just because there's 58 seconds left doesn't mean that they won't shoot a three-pointer.
Yeah, with the shot clock winding down, they definitely have to lock on their man. And then once the shot goes up, they have got to turn and box out. They cannot afford to give up an offensive rebound here. So apply a little bit of pressure, make Boyce work for it, but by no means, there's plenty of time left in this game. You do not have to overextend your defense and give up a wide open layup or a wide open shot. You do not have to do that at this point in the game. Bringing the ball up the court, number 24, Mike Jones, and he is patiently getting into the offense.
Oh, and that was not a good play there by Boyce.
A turnover by Boyce.
Shot clock not reset, so the refs are going to need to, and it just reset, and I'm surprised the refs haven't actually stopped the game because of that, because that's going to give Piedmont a little extra time. There's a take. No good. Robinson gets the ball back, and that's going to be
a foul call.
Pretty good play there by Antoine Robinson. Got his own rebound, didn't quit. Made sure that he got that ball back. And so that's going to be a 1-and-1 situation for Robinson, and he's going to go to the free throw line, and he is shooting 45.5% from the foul line. So
with 25 seconds left in the game, the shot clock is no longer a factor. Time is not on your side if you're Piedmont. If you're Boyce, you just want to inbound the ball or get the rebound if it's a missed free throw. Hold on to it because Piedmont is going to have to foul you.
He needs one of these here to make sure that if they have to foul, that it's at least a... He hits that one. So now if we foul, we still get a chance if they hit both free throws that we can tie this ball game with a three-pointer. But big shot here for Antoine. And Antoine been put in this situation a couple of times, and he can knock it down.
This is a huge shot. Can he make it? And
big shot from the freshman.
Game with 25 seconds left. Boyce inbounds the ball. Piedmont can settle with playing defense. Play for a missed shot. Boyce calls the timeout. They dribble over half court. The player turns around and asks for the timeout. Remember, the coach cannot call a timeout during live ball action. 18 seconds left. Tied at 84. Boyce called the timeout. They're going to draw up some kind of play to probably give them a last-second shot, maybe with a second or two to spare for maybe a potential offensive rebound. Piedmont has got to defend their man, whatever Coach Walker draws up for them to play defense. They've been playing man pretty much the entire second half, so I imagine they'll come out with that too. The fans are getting into the game. Man, this is a huge game. What a great atmosphere for us tonight, Cam.
And I tell you, it's been a great game, and I wouldn't be surprised if this Boyce coach has drawn up something for either Akers or Stewart. Those guys have been great tonight, and something we have to remember, and a couple of times they've had that guy off of that back screen on the right side of the wing. He's hitting him, and they found him wide open under the basket. We cannot have a mental lapse and let that happen with 18 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, Piedmont has got to be fundamentally sound here. They've got to attack the shooter. Because of their athleticism, they'll probably switch any ball screen. But like Cam said, they cannot let that guy sneak back door for a wide open layup. A pick and pop, or a pick and roll, they cannot let that happen. They have to be able to guard it. Kalen Bird in the game for his defensive abilities. The fans are cheering. The fans are standing to their feet. Ball's in, thrown into the backcourt. 18 seconds left. Here we go.
Mike Jones with the ball up front, guarded closely, and that's going to be a block. And Kalen, it's tough, especially being that closely guarded. It's tough to stop on a dime like that. And Kalen tried to draw that charge. When you're that close, you can't get that legal guarding position as quickly as you would like, and that
was a huge chance for Kalen Bird to take. Again, missed free throw there.
The first one. That makes things interesting because Piedmont gets any kind of bucket here, regardless of a make or a miss, they can win this ball game.
11 seconds to go in the game, so plenty of time for Piedmont. If he misses it, they have got to secure the rebound. If he makes it,
Mike Jones off the back iron, rebounded by Tim Worrells. 8 seconds left in the game. Robinson
coming down the court.
It up. Pass to Justin Valentine. Shot is good! Justin Valentine with 2 seconds.
Boyce inbounds the
Pass
ball there
over
at
to
half
Mike
court.
Jones. Mike Jones throws something
No
up there.
good.
It is.
No good.
No good.
Piedmont wins the game.
Wow, what a finish here from Winston-Salem as Justin Valentine knocks down a wide open look. And I gotta tell you, that's a great game. Justin Valentine, players make plays. Justin Valentine is one of those guys, and he took that chance. And I gotta tell you, what a play by Justin Valentine.
What a play by Justin Valentine. He got the ball, didn't even hesitate, went up strong with the shot, made it. 2.5 seconds left on the clock. Boyce inbounds the ball. And honestly, in my opinion, it looked like even if he would have made the shot, the ball was still in his hand by the time the buzzer went off. But again, no video replay to overturn that, so that basket probably would have been good. The players are now going to meet at center court and pray. And we will sign off immediately after the prayer.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in this evening. For Ethan Meadows, I'm Cam Kilby. Thank you for listening to another presentation of Piedmont Basketball brought to you by the Bruin Sports Network. Thank you and have a great evening.